Hello and welcome back to us playing Shadows of Doubt. Say hi, Ben.
Hello.
There we go. We are. Oh, we've had a pretty good run of it lately, haven't we?
Yes, we have. We through some failings, I should think. And we used up all our luck last time. We did very well indeed.
We did. We're just
We
going to go
solved all our cases.
3 of them in the end, which is remarkable.
Mm.
Oh, it's going to rain. We're going to nip into the hotel because the hotel will have some jobs for us, and we haven't normally done
Yeah.
anything with the hotel jobs. Oh, there's only 5.
Got.
Oh, well, we can buy another apartment if we want because we've got so much fucking
we-
money. We've got 14 grand.
What else can we buy?
I just want to see if it's furnished before. Includes doorknobs. So, shall we? Do you want to pick a number between 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? That'll be
2.
the job. You want to do that job? Okay. Public humiliation, 950.
Yay.
No questions asked. What do we do? Ask for staff about Sakamoto. Hello, Sakamoto. No, wrong person. Do you have a job? Oh, that seems like something doesn't seem quite right here. Sorry, un momento, por favor. I'm a little worried about the audio, actually.
It is a little loud.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn that down.
Mm.
My main concern was that it was coming through as both. I could hear it in both, but actually that's not such a terrible thing. Stanton Street, 1703. That's just now. Stanton Street. Where's Stanton Street, Ben? Do you know?
I don't.
That's fine. Stanton Street's over here. Plot route. It's next to the thingamajig. Anything could happen. Do you want to pick a topic? I assume you have something you want to talk about still.
Yes, I do. I found something rather funny out today.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know whether you've heard about this. There was a lawsuit, well, a couple of lawsuits recently. A chap called Demetrius Polychron, which I can't imagine is his real name.
No, I shouldn't.
He wrote a Lord of the Rings fan book.
Okay.
It's a sequel set 20 years after the end of Return of the King. It's called Fellowship of the King.
Okay.
And the plot. Let me find this out for you because it's very, very similar to the story of the original trilogy. So it picks up in the Shire's Bag End 2 decades following the events of the saga, in the 22nd year of the reign of High King Elisar, which is Aragorn. Eleanor Gamgee Gardner, who's Sam's daughter, is about to celebrate her debutante party.
Okay.
When blue wizards from the east arrive with terrible news, the original rings of power have been discovered, and dark forces seek the return of Morgoth, who is Sauron's former master, and hope to recover the rings of power that will enable Morgoth to bring all of Middle-earth under his control. Eleanor and her 2 hobbit friends, Fastred and Theo, who is the son of Merry, join Crown Prince Eldarion, the half-elven son of Aragorn and Arwen. His uncles, Eladan and Elrohir, and Alatar, one of the Blue Wizards, on a quest to find the Rings of Power and prevent Middle-earth from falling to Morgoth's servants of evil. Now, you may notice that is very, very, very similar to the plot of the original trilogy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, where it gets funny is this Demetrius chap. Well, he got rather incensed when Amazon released the Rings of Power, and he took the strange decision to sue them.
Oh, okay.
And the Tolkien estate for copyright infringement.
That seems a very, very big mistake to make.
He sued them for $250 million.
Okay.
And promptly lost.
Good.
At which point the Tolkien estate said, you know what, fuck you, you're selling a book that is obviously copyright infringement. And sued him.
Okay. Bless you.
which, of course, the judge ruled heavily and almost immediately in their favour. He owes them something like $125,000, and he's been ordered to remove the book from sale. I'm currently on the indie reader page for it. It has been taken off Amazon. It has been taken off bookshop.org, so I think it has been removed. He was planning a 6-part trilogy. Do you know what the second? I mean, there's no reason why you would. The Fellowship of the King sounds an awful lot like Fellowship of the Ring, doesn't it?
It does.
The second one, instead of the 2 towers, it was the 2 trees.
Oh, great. I do wanna. Is it the Return of a Ring?
I don't know.
Okay, because
I don't think that's ever been revealed. I think that's a very solid guess.
the person that we are looking for is 32 years old and lives in this building. As such,
Right.
I would assume that their year of birth would have to be 47.
Yeah?
So we are looking in the resident folder for anyone who was born in 1947. That will help us narrow down the possible people. It could be. Okay.
Okay.
That's the go-to at the moment. It's
How have we been given an order? They told us how they want us to humiliate him?
no, not yet. Throw some food in their face.
Well, that'll do.
So we're looking for someone who was born. What year did I say? 1947. So 1947. Hopefully, there's only got one person. Carry on. I wanted to explain that. Oh, hang on. 1946. When in 1946 is that? No, that's fine.
It was very much the end of it.
Oh, okay.
I just thought it was very amusing that he sued the Tolkien estate.
He's a fucking idiot to do that. I think we're in America. In American dates. So I think we need to consider Paula Navarro as a possible suspect as well. Especially when you consider shoe size. No, they are 33, it says. So that's fine. Don't need to worry about that. Okay. Whereas, oh god, I thought someone was in here, man. So I reckon that we have only got one suspect. What do we know about this? About the United? 32 years old. That's fine, we've got that. Shoe size is estimated, but not guaranteed.
Well,
and they live in this building. So really, we need to go and investigate 301.
Yeah. So that's our good guess, is it?
That's our lead at the moment. I am going to keep hold of it because I want to go to 301. Link that. Minimize. We're on the third floor. Fucking hell, it's. Oh no, we're going to a third floor. Never mind. Yeah, I mean, you've got to be special kind of stupid to do that, haven't you?
Oh, especially kind of arrogant.
It's.
I think his issue really was with the Rings of Power, because I think it mentions the 2 trees in that. But everything he's taken is from, the Silmarillion, really, or the bulk of it. Which, of course, is what the Rings of Power draws on. So I don't know, man.
It's all very silly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright. Inspector shoe. That's a size 14. That's a size 12. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for that the guy.
So we have narrowed it down slightly.
We've narrowed it down, but it's not necessarily. I mean, we've not really learned anything helpful yet. Because all we've learned is that the person who fits the criteria doesn't actually fit the criteria. So that's great.
Well, don't base so much off shoe size. Because it was only an estimate, remember?
I know, but the fact that both the pairs of shoes in here. Oh, hang on. As for I can scan them. They're size 12, but they're heels. I don't think he's wearing heels, is he? I don't know. We'll find out what's going on. We'll work it out. But it's not looking good so far. I'm filled with very little confidence. So yeah, I don't think I'd ever write a fanfic and then sue, because I mean ultimately that's a fanfic, isn't it?
Well, no, I don't think I'd ever write fanfic anyway. But if I did, I certainly wouldn't publish it for money.
No. I
Um,
was very particular about the only stuff I've ever written that has made me money. I was very particular about it not being content that already exists out in the world that I'm editing. I'm not going to work with stuff that's, you know, someone else should be getting paid for. And in some ways, potentially, that adds an element of seediness to it that I hadn't considered at the time. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. So, nothing in there. Nothing in here, we found you. Oh, it's there, but I don't anticipate this going well, this particular task.
Well, you never anticipated the other ones going well, did you?
Well, no, but to be fair, we had a ring of luck that we really shouldn't have had.
Well, police work is, as I said, slow and methodical. Not all jumping over cars and punching people.
Does it happen to have his shoe size when we look at him? No, it's still estimating. Oh, hang on. That's why I could hear it so many times. Oh, it's because I'd forgotten to mute my TV. It sounded a bit louder than normal. Anywho. I want to inspect his feet, but not in a creepy way. Like, because it is a bit creepy to inspect people's feet, isn't it?
Well, if you ask for permission, it might help.
There isn't an option to ask for permission.
So, excuse me, may I look at your feet?
And remember that, kids.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. What's that? It doesn't know anything about doing it. Work ID. Oh, I don't know. We'll work something out. It doesn't know that we haven't got our medical records. Oh, but I tell you what, there is an option that we could go down.
Okay.
Well, we've got the name of the person that we think it is, yeah? If we were to go in the government computers, right?
Yeah.
And search their name, that's viable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because then, I'm assuming they've probably got the shoe size in the personal computers. In the government computers.
Well,
considering all the other crap they've got. And if it's shoe size 5, then it's definitely our person. And if it's not, then we need to have another look at who the other people could be. We'll get there, we'll sort it.
Well, we did last time, so I have absolute faith we'll be alright if you don't.
I don't, because I'm a realist.
Slow and steady wins the race.
I don't, because I'm a realist. So they may win the race, but I've got a job to do. Any more topics you want to talk about, or do you want me to grab something off my list?
Well, do you want to do one?
Oh, a bit rude.
Well, would you like to do one?
Rude
would you care to do one?
I haven't got a password for that. Okay. Hang on, I'm trying to work out where. Just let me sort out a computer here, quick. Oh, fuck. You got spotted. Yeah, so how about we look at... So we touched on Eurovision last video.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and my strong feelings towards Eurovision.
Mm-hmm.
Which, Eurovision itself, no problem, as far as I'm concerned. But just I wish it was actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about the
Sorry,
music.
the alarm was going to go off. Even though I can't actually hear it now, which is interesting. I need to maybe turn it up. I don't fucking know. Government database. Bloke's name. His name is Tyrell Pinkston. So, we have a new entrant ready for. Oh, he's size 12. It's not him. Okay, it's not our guy. We've got to try again. Yeah. So do you know who our new entrant for Eurovision is going to be?
Sam Shepard. No, that was a Christmas thing, wasn't it?
It was Sam Ryder, who was our entrant 2 years ago.
Okay.
So no, I don't think he's eligible.
Is it? No, I'm never going to guess it. Who is it?
Ollie Alexander. You might have seen the news story, seeing as it was a fucking news story.
I think I did see it.
Oh, so you had every chance of guessing it then.
Well, I mean, it's not the sort of thing I care enough about to remember.
Oh, I don't care about it either, but I figured it'd be worth talking about because, what else are we going to talk about?
Oh. So Ollie Alexander.
Yeah,
I thought they were an actor.
Ollie Alexander has done acting, amongst other things. Oh, I need one more slot. They were in some shows, but they're also. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's happened here?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck, I fell. Into someone's apartment. I fell into an apartment.
You fell through the vent.
I fell through a. Oh, fuck's sake, the door's locked as well. I'm locked in someone's apartment. I just fell through a floor. It's done it before for us.
Wake them up and ask them to let you out.
I'm pleased I bought some more lockpicks.
Right. You want to lock the door behind you? Were you born in a barn?
Yes, I was. Right, let's try this again. Resident database. Oh, for fuck's sake. No. Do the old-fashioned way. Don't ever draw with. I'd say a date of birth. No.
Is Ollie Alexander more known as an actor?
I don't know. They're in Years and Years, which is a band, but it's a band in the same way as the Divine Comedy's a band. And it's all mainly one person.
Right. English singer and actor. Yeah, I mean, 6-time Brit Award nominee. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could go well. I have a feeling it won't. But
we never seem to do well.
No.
Was it last year we lost out to Ukraine or the year before?
It's the year before.
Alright. Well, I mean, when was the last time we won?
Katrina and the Waves back in the 90s.
Oh well, we'll always have Bucks Fizz.
Yeah. Which is my favourite.
Yep.
I do prefer that song to the others.
Yes, it is a great song.
The only other person in here that seems like they might be the person that we need is a year different in age.
Well, then it's probably not them.
No, it's probably not them, but all the people who live in this apartment block. But it's only 1 year, and actually, technically speaking, it's not been their birthday yet. Which would mean that they are 32 still? The shoe size is closer. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to see if it's them. But I mean, I'm not convinced. Probably have to make a photograph of this as well, don't we? Actually. Yeah, I'm not convinced we're going to do that well, but you know my thoughts on it. And anyone who doesn't should totally listen to the previous video.
Yeah.
I mean, you should anyway, because it was solid gold once it was fucking working. As are all of our videos. Size 8. Well, that's not helpful.
Well, your last
Size 8 and size 2. Oh, it's a new murder case. Shall we stop this and solve a murder instead?
No, we need to humiliate the person.
Alright. I don't think it's this person either. I don't think...
Murder can wait.
I think this is an unsolvable one.
Okay, I mean, we've only just started.
No, because I'm looking at the fucking... No, because you're saying that, but I've looked at the resident file of the people who live in this building, which is one of a few things that we know. One of the few things we know is that they live in this building. And of all the people who live in this building, only one person is 32, and they don't have the right shoe size.
Well, that's okay.
So, like, you understand why I'm saying I don't think this is solvable.
You're in the hot seat, man. You do what you believe to be right.
We have been fucked by... It's unfortunate, but I'm over it. We can either solve the murder, or we can try and find another case. Up to you.
Well, let's solve a murder.
Alright. This is elevator coming. Yes, it is. Bloody murders. Do you ever watch Eurovision?
No.
No, I don't either. You know, there was a period of time when there was speculation that Ollie Alexander, having worked with Russell T Davies, would end up being Doctor Who, yeah. I, for my part, was one of the camp against the idea.
Okay.
Purely because we were at a point where it needed a guaranteed win as a show, and there are certain things about Ollie Alexander that would put off some fan base members.
I'm what?
Well, gender identity stuff that I'm not fully aware of at this exact moment in time. I can't remember off the top of my head the specifics, but I remember at the time it was one of those things where there would absolutely be people that would be opposed to it. I don't know where the murder is. Hasn't told me where the murder is. Maybe it will in a minute. I want to answer all these questions, but you've got to give me a minute.
It's alright. It's okay. Take it easy.
The business butcher. Oops, wrong one. Help. No, back. Maybe we should look for a newspaper. No newspapers here. Oh no. Newspaper.
Who's the victim? Do we know yet? We don't know yet.
Get her amongst us. It doesn't specify. Photo type A, 54. Oh, I've got it. It's decided to do that thing where it doesn't show what's on the screen at the moment. Oh, come on. Christopher Boulevard, I think it said.
Right.
Christopher Boulevard. Okay. Okay, so yeah, Christopher Boulevard. We need to find that place. Where would Christopher Boulevard be? There it is. So it's probably in this one or that one. Oh God, not Benjamin Towers. That's where we were before. Maybe that's why we couldn't solve the murder. Maybe the bloody person we were meant to go to was the fucking murder victim.
It's all connected.
I swear, if they've got size 5 feet, then that's it. That's what did it. I don't know which building they're in, so we need to have a little investigation. It might be in a different apartment building, one across the street. If it is, then it really would have been unsolvable, because you're not going to throw food at a corpse, are you?
No, well, you could do. I mean, I suppose being murdered is pretty humiliating, isn't it?
Yeah. That's probably not the right place, so we're going to ignore that. The door was open, so I was suspicious. The fact that I don't know. Oh, hang on. Do I know where? Why is the light off? Did I turn his light off? Yes, I did. The newspaper had someone's name in it. The person who supposedly found her. Robert Magnuson, who discovered the body, was a neighbour.
Oh,
so,
reckon he's the prime suspect.
Robert. No, we haven't got Robert Magnuson, so it's not this apartment building. It's the one across the street. See, this is some serious detective work, what we've just done here.
Yeah? Yeah.
Narrow it down to. Because he's supposedly a neighbour. Well, that was a copper walking up them stairs. Dun, 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 dun. Although, the way into this apartment is on the other street.
I've got one more topic. How many have you got?
A few.
Okay. How much of the few?
About 8. But
Okay.
as you know, it's easy to do a topic if you're not fucking doing the game, isn't it? Because you can just
True.
get spoken to.
True.
So, I do try and save them for when you're playing, because then we're not getting through them all.
Yeah.
I can do a couple more if you want. But in fact, now's actually a prime opportunity for a couple of them.
Well, let's have a couple of them then.
Okay. Have you heard of the MP Miriam Cates?
No. What terrible thing has she done?
I can't remember the specifics, but there's this whole. Oh, hang on. Oh shit! Not there. There's some sort of inquiry against them at the moment. I took a screenshot of the story, so I can have a quick shift it. It does mean that I'm not moving. They're being investigated by Watchdog Standard. That's the headline about it. And the reason I only took a look at the headline is because the story itself doesn't interest me. They are the MP for Penistone and Stockbridge.
Right.
Obviously, Penistone being a funny place name because it's penis tone in the spelling.
Yeah.
Yep. So
yes, it is.
That is amusing, isn't it?
You're not wrong.
But the more important thing to me is I would like you, please, to look at a picture of this person, Miriam Cates.
Miriam Yates.
Cates.
Cates.
Fucking hell.
Sorry. Huh.
Oh, you got a picture?
Why does she look familiar?
I thought it looked a bit like Rob Beckett.
Yeah.
Like if I had to pick a person, I would say that looks like someone's tried to make Rob Beckett look like a female politician.
They put Rob Beckett through a gender swap thing.
And that's it.
It sort of reminds me of It sort of reminds me of that Charlie Brooker joke about Billy Piper. When you watch her on TV, you play the game where you guess which part of her face is the biggest.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know whether it's the mouth, the nose, or the eyes.
I mean, I saw the picture of it and I thought that's Rob Beckett. That is. Why is Rob Beckett in drag?
Jeez. Well,
Which is,
typical Tory.
it's not a nice thing to say about her, but again, Tory. So I assume Tory.
Yes, she wrote. Well, she wrote something for the Telegraph saying cultural Marxism is destroying our children's souls.
Oh, okay.
So,
What does she know?
not a lot.
I know she's a fucking Tory. Maybe I'm having trouble finding the murder location.
Have you ever played Hokey Grid?
No, I don't think I have. I don't think you've
It's sort of like, well, the gist is it's a 3x3 grid, and every row and column has a different sort of not category, but limitation. So I'll go on, and the left row is can learn crunch, right? And that column is dark types. So you got to, in that top left box, you got to find something that can learn crunch and is a dark type. Do you see what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah. I'm playing it now. I just sort of wish that I could do them more regularly than just once a day.
I mean, I do feel like this leans into the whole you don't really pay as much attention to the videos.
Oh, I do.
I
I
do.
do. I click in constantly. I am listening to you. We're looking for the murder victim. We don't know where this thing happened.
No, this is true. But I have.
We know who was murdered, do we? Or we don't?
We don't know anything.
We know who the
Hudson
witness
Deluxe. I've located the supposed apartment building.
Okay.
Using some
not,
detective work.
It's not in the newspaper article.
The newspaper said what street it was, and I already sort of knew what street it was.
Right.
But the thing is, it's not actually on that street. I'm basing it on the name of a neighbour. Who supposedly lives in here. So we're going to have a look in here and see if we can work it out. Based on the limited information that we have. If not, this might be unsolvable as well. Which would not be ideal.
Columbo never gave up.
Columbo isn't real. Columbo can't hurt you, Ben.
My heart.
It's bugging me with this, isn't it? Normally it tells you where the crimes are, where the murders are. But it hasn't done that for here, and I am getting a little bit frustrated. Maybe we've been playing the game for so long that it has broken, or maybe there's been some sort of update that's made the save no longer viable. It's something that can happen with games.
You've done this before, and then we had last week when we solved like 4.
No, it was 3.
Or 3. Well,
like
3 is like 4.
We've repeatedly discussed that it was 3.
Well, 3 is like 4, is it not?
I mean, it's less than 4. But you get what I'm saying. This isn't normal. This doesn't normally do this. It gave us a person to find who didn't exist based on the details that we had available. Here we go. I found the apartment.
Right, unless we stumbled upon another murder.
Which is also possible. Just not likely. It's fine, because I've got a solution here. Well, it's possible that Ashley Crawford is the victim.
Right.
That is a name that we have. Oh, I've done it again. I fallen through another fucking ceiling.
How have you done that?
It's the game. It's not liking this.
You're getting a little tired of this game now. Or are you
Are
good
you
to keep going?
are you saying that because you think I'm just trying to come up with excuses?
Well,
I've literally fallen through the ceiling twice, man.
I know.
And if you'd been paying fucking attention instead of trying to work out what Pokemon can learn Crunch in his dark, you know, you'd have seen both of them.
I did see both of them.
Okay, but the point is, this is a thing that's happened. It is clearly something is bugging up with the game at the moment.
I never said it wasn't.
Well, you're acting like I'm just trying to come up with excuses.
Well, only in the sense that it's not really coming up with excuses. You just you seem to be getting more annoyed with the game.
Well, as I told you previously, it has been a somewhat shitty day.
That's some sort of satanic ritual, Mark. Or
No.
is that just blood? That could be a clue.
That's interesting.
What?
That person here
is
the person that I was investigating last time.
Looks like John Lennon with a turtleneck pulled all the way up.
That person is the person who was 32 and lived in the apartment building and is their landlord. The victim's landlord.
Oh.
Like that is unusual, isn't it? There's that connection there.
Yes,
Shot to death with a rifle. Shot to death with a rifle.
Need to find the rifle.
Well, I don't necessarily believe that they were shot to death with a rifle based on. Oh, we've been in here before.
Because you've robbed it.
Yeah, but there's more to it than that. We've investigated in here before. This murder hasn't happened before, has it?
Pretty unlucky of him if he did. This is like an episode of a good detective thing. We investigated one crime, which seemed impossible, and now the second crime seems to tie into it a little. The first one wasn't really a crime, we were just going to publicly humiliate some poor bugger.
Some poor bugger who may or may not have committed a murder.
I tell you what would be humiliating. Getting arrested.
I'm just suspicious of the fact that this is a situation that is unfolded the way it has. Like I've definitely been investigating in this particular building before, looking for fingerprints. I recognise the name. Right, I want to go to the apartment with the. This is assuming, of course, that it's actually the exact same, but it's the correct bloody crime scene. Because obviously we've had that issue with not being 100% sure which crime scene we're meant to be going to. So maybe that's not helping matters, but I don't know. We're going to have a look and see if we can find anything on the CCTV. Because the victim lives. Where is it? Where it lives? 1801. So if we head to 1801. Sorry, if we head to the security room and have a look at the 18th floor, around about the time that the crime supposedly took place, then we'll hopefully be able to work out what's going on.
Well, we've done the CCTV trick before, haven't we?
And it's failed us.
Yes.
So I'm trying to be optimistic about it, but I'm not.
Okay, sorry. It's going to be fine.
I mostly just don't want to fall through another fucking ceiling. Right, surveillance. When was it? When did it say? Between 4 and 5:15. Oh, fuck's sake, no, go the other way.
like lamps like that. They're bankers' lamps, aren't they?
Yeah.
The green ones with the shade.
There's two people in that footage. One of them is called Billy Voss, who is definitely a name we've had before.
Yeah, it's a murderer.
I think that was the murder we half-assed,
Remind me.
It was about three videos
so
ago.
much stuff.
It was about 3 videos ago. And I couldn't find the rifle that was responsible for it. I think this is that murder.
Again.
Well, it's either it's still here and unsolved. There is a quick solution to finding out if it's right, but it does mean that we'll end the case. Because if it is, we've got half the information about the person already, haven't we? We just plug it in and see what they say. What do you reckon?
I think it's a good bet.
Okay, well, let's do it. Full name of the killer. Oh, fuck's sake. I've not got his thing on there. I need to go back up. I didn't get the bloke's name on there. What do we call it? Unless it lets me just type it, but I don't think it does. So I need to put out his resident file or something. It's my own fault. I was stupid.
That's alright, I'll forgive you. So, the Crown finished.
Oh, is this your last topic?
Yeah.
I can do more
Finished.
if you want to wait.
Sorry?
I can do more if you want me to,
No, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, The Crown finished last Thursday. Watched the final series. So it made me think about the series as a whole. This is the second part of the sixth series or season. There's a lot of focus on William and his early courtship of Kate Middleton. Kate Middleton's mother is very much portrayed as fixing the entire thing, which is interesting. One of the things that really stuck out to me, and I think has been a cause of great controversy in some circles, is that in the final episode, it sort of suggested it's Charles and Camilla's wedding, and it suggested that the Queen is genuinely considering abdicating.
Oh.
She's visited by Olivia Colman, who tells her she should do it, and then Claire Foy, who tells her she shouldn't. And of course she doesn't. I doubt very much that happened. It's really for dramatic license. It kind of works, I guess, to an extent. I know you need like stakes, maybe, even though we definitely know she doesn't. Some sort of character.
It wasn't the right person.
Well, shit.
No, that's fine. It means it is actually a different case, but that does mean that we are currently unable to work out where the bloody murder was. Because there's no indication as to where the fucking murder was, because that's the only fucking murder we've had. And we've already tried to solve that fucking murder before, and it was fine. So I'm a little bit stumped now as to what the fuck we're meant to do.
I don't know.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the episode is centered around her planning her own funeral and coming to terms with her own mortality.
As people do.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the second part, I think Crown probably works better as a whole. It's a bit annoying having a bunch of episodes and they're basically all about Diana. Queen Mother had fuck all to do in the last few, well, basically every apart from, I guess, the first one. Well, I'm on the Crown subreddit.
Okay.
And there's an awful lot of people gushing about Princess Margaret. Because she died in this series. And going, oh, I cried when Margaret died. And it's like, she would have treated you like complete shit.
Yeah. People
It's like I sort of sorry, finish your thought.
people don't seem to grasp how little we matter to them.
No, no.
Carry on. That was it. It wasn't.
I watched a bit of some. I mentioned this to you previously. There was some. I mean, there's a good few of them on YouTube. It's like Inside the Royal Palace or whatever, a year in the life of the working royals, things like that.
Yeah.
And I spoke to you about one of them, and I said I just didn't. I don't think Queen Elizabeth was a very nice person.
No.
And everybody says how warm and friendly she was, but I don't think she was particularly warm. I don't think she was particularly funny either. But I think people sort of feel pressured to laugh at the Queen's jokes. Like when everybody laughs at Alan Sugar's jokes in The Apprentice. Nobody really finds them funny. You're just being polite.
Well, especially because you're kind of trying to get on his good side.
Yeah. There's little bits of entitlement as well. I mean, obviously entitlement goes along with being fucking Queen. But things like if you were eating, you couldn't start until she did, and when she finished, all the plates were taken away, regardless of whether you were done or not. You couldn't go to bed until she did. She's fucking stupid. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, these awful people. Christmas Day, she watches. They all have to gather around the telly and watch the Queen's speech, and nobody is allowed to say a thing. I don't know. She didn't seem like a particularly pleasant person. But another thing that stuck out to me on these documentaries is I watched a little bit of one last night, and they were talking to the housemaids. One of them is a South African lady, grown up in South Africa, and she said how her family had a picture of the Queen on the wall. So I thought, okay, a bit weird, but fair enough. And then she said how much she loved the Queen, and since she was a little girl, she dreamt of serving her.
Jesus.
And I thought, what a damning indictment of you as a human being that your dream is to be a servant.
That is quite.
How little, they couldn't give a shit whether you live or die. They pay you pittance. I mean, I can see it doing it for a little while, just for the stories. I thought about. I mean, not seriously, but I briefly considered. Oh, maybe that's something I could go for, just so I'd have, the stories. And every now and then, Prince Charles, or Prince Philip, or whoever would walk past and be a dick, and I'd be like, oh, I can. That'll be a talking point. But no, I don't know. It's the worst sort of people going to that business, and they do treat you like shit. Like the Queen Mother had a butler who was affectionately referred to as Backstairs Billy.
Okay.
He basically ran the Queen Mother's household. When she died, he was out of a job, and his last duty, he was sending the Queen off in a carriage somewhere, and he put the blanket over her legs. It was his last day and his last duty, and she didn't even look at him. This guy who had spent, 20 odd years with her mother, looking after her closest member of staff, and she meant absolutely jack fucking shit to her.
I mean, who's your source for that?
Him.
Okay, but no, I'm not saying he's a liar, but I mean, is it verified? Is it, or is it just? Is there a potential? It's just something he said.
I think it was in the documentary on royal servants ages ago.
Okay.
I have a feeling it was accompanied by video footage.
Okay.
And you can see him putting the blanket on and standing to one side, and she didn't even look at him.
That's fair enough. It's easy for someone to say that kind of thing happened.
Yeah.
Unless like I say, I'm not saying he's a liar, but it seems like something that ought to be verified before you tweet it as gospel. Is right.
Well, I believe it. I believe it. Turns out there's a play starring Penelope Wilton as the Queen Mother and Luke Evans as Backstairs Billy.
Oh.
He died in 2007. I think he fell into alcoholism as a result of liver failure.
That's unfortunate. Right. I've got another potential location to look at. Trying to find this fucking murder. I'll tell you what, it does mean that all of this stuff is irrelevant. All of this stuff that we've picked up and looked at means nothing. So I best get rid of all that before it gets confusing. Bless you. Right. So this is the apartment building we looked at first. So the fact that we're going back there doesn't fill me with much confidence either. But,
Back and forth.
yeah, like this is literally the first place I came to after finding out what street it was on. But this floor that we're heading up to is where one of the there's a police member's walking downstairs. That is something encouraging. This is a neighbour. I had mistakenly assumed that the person who found the body was a neighbour. I reread the article. I'm now more sure about who the thingy is. But again, this would explain potentially how the other thing was unsolvable.
Yeah.
If it is, hopefully there'll be some police tape. Maybe even someone stood outside.
I should note that there has been talk of a prequel series to The Crown.
Oh, of course, it fucking has.
This would start in
the
1901.
tiara?
No, this would start in 1901 with the death of Queen Victoria.
The circlet.
Alright. Bring it in.
Look, I'm trying to be funny, because it's all I've fucking got.
I know.
I've not got results, have I? Because look at this. Look at the nightmare that this is turning out to be.
Well, it would run from 1901 till the start of The Crown, I think. The wedding, which would be interesting, and I would like to see that, because I think on the whole The Crown was all right.
Well, I never really gave it a chance. It wasn't the sort of thing that sounded like it would appeal to me.
No, I don't think it would.
I don't typically care for such things.
No. Fair dues, Charlie. Fair dues.
Come on, pick that down, Lark. Pick it quicker. This may well be the murder scene. Probably isn't. It's not. Where's the murder? If there's been a murder, there should be a body. If there's been a body...
Has there been a murder?
Supposedly. They reported it in the news.
Mayhaps the murder they're reporting is a metaphorical murder.
No.
Okay. Dues.
Doofus. I'm going to check downstairs. Like ground floor, in the basement even. There might be an apartment in there that someone's investigated. It's getting hard. You were right. We had a good run of luck last time, and it's all gone pear shaped to us now.
We used it all up, didn't we?
Yeah, evidently.
Used up all our luck.
Oh no, because it's here. So unless they're in the sub basement, the thing about a sub basement is that it's stinky down there, and flooded and wet and cold. I've broken in here because these are a bunch of loan sharks. As I know, because they were willing to let me borrow some money from them. $2801.
Well.
Pardon?
Well, I said. Well.
Well.
Uh,
So I think I've resolved my issue with Rockstar.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, I think I've dealt with it.
What was the issue with that? Remind me.
Well, this was I was unable to access my. Well, that's a sensible thing to leave in a fucking. They put a paperclip in their bloody safe. I was having trouble.
I don't think they put a paperclip in their safe.
Someone put a paperclip in the safe.
I think they put a paperclip on some papers and put them in the safe, and it fell off.
Typically, you find papers in there as well. I think I'm losing my voice. That's not helpful. No, so it turns out I hadn't checked every email that I thought I had. I managed to work out that I had one more email.
So it was your fault.
Well, I mean, they were still being unhelpful.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I got to tell them that the account that it is linked to is not an account I have access to. And proving that I own the account, like one of the accounts, they shouldn't be trying to contact someone else to verify access to an account that I've proven I own. Right? That doesn't work. That's not common sense. And yet somehow that's their fucking policy. But I was trying to log into Instagram yesterday, and it was asking me about a different email address that I'd forgotten existed. Because I can't remember why I even got it in the first place, but I set it up and I forgot about it. And it turns out that is the one. And I logged into GTA 4 earlier and it fucking worked. So, first thing I did when I got home, after the complimentary toilet trip.
Good that was sorted.
Do you take a complimentary toilet trip when you get home?
Like a necessary toilet trip when I get home.
Yeah, but like you get home and then you nip to the toilet, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's not just me, man. Good.
Does it?
There was over a possibility it was just me, right? But I don't think it was. It seems like a sensible thing to do in general. Can you Google how to find a crime scene?
How to
specifically in this game, then?
What's it called? Shadow of Doubt.
Yeah.
Okay. I think murder case at the top of the screen should be one of the objectives.
It isn't.
Okay.
But that's what I was expecting to see. Back when we picked the case up.
Read a newspaper.
That I've done. And all it does is tell us the street.
Might be a bug. I'm getting a lot of talk of bugs. It might be a case of reason it didn't appear in papers is because apart from you, nobody has found the body yet.
Well, there was talk of people having found the body in the newspaper
Okay.
article, so that's not right.
Calling the enforcers. Call the police on the house phone of the victims. That's no good because you don't know where the victim is.
No, can't do that.
What have you got to work on? Work with?
Literally, the only information I have is that there was a murder. Let's give it a back for a sec. And that the newspaper says, I don't know how well you can read it. Enforcers were called this evening to the discovery of the body of a 55-year-old female at Christopher Boulevard. Blah, 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 blah. According to a Robert Magnuson, who discovered the body, the victim had been brutally slashed to death by a bladed weapon. Curiously, responders also found a message scrawled nearby. Blah, blah, blah. In addition, a business card was found. A neighbour, a Mr. T. Sai, stated, "I'm so scared I can't sleep. I'm afraid I might be next."
I like that no evidence of enforcer overreach, says enforcers.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's just like part of the puzzle, isn't it?
What?
You know the street that they're on.
No, but
You just
that's
have to
not.
find...
This isn't what normally happens, Ben. And the thing is, the apartment building that the neighbour, which because they specified it was a neighbour who they'd spoken to, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the apartment building, and none of these fucking apartments are showing as crime scenes. None of them. So clearly something is bugged out, and you were saying a minute ago that it was bloody. You were getting
there's
bugs.
a chance. Yeah.
Like if it's happened, right? It's a bit a shame, but it's right after we'd had a successful week.
Press F1 or the equivalent thereof.
Okay. Okay, I've done that.
That help?
Not necessarily. I'm just scrolling through the...
Okay,
No, this isn't helping anything.
No, I can't find anything. It may be a glitch.
Okay, in that case, I see two solutions. Two realistic solutions. And you're not going to like either of them, but you've got to pick one anyway.
Right.
Solution number one.
Give up.
We give up on it. And we wait and see if someone else gets murdered and if we get the information for that murder. That is an option.
Yeah.
It's a valid option. It's not necessarily a good option, but it is an option nonetheless. Option two is we give up on the save.
Okay.
That's it.
Just start again from scratch.
Well, I mean, I was going to take a break from the game anyway, wasn't I?
Yeah. How long have we been going on this?
Today, it's just over an hour.
Okay.
So basically, we've achieved fuck all in an hour. Which is just like the old days of playing. We have discovered a ship in a bottle. Oh, and seemingly unbreakable ship in a bottle. What's that? Oh, I'm taking that. It's definitely an unfortunate set of circumstances, isn't it? What's happened here?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, which choice are you be leaning towards?
Well, my intention was to do another level or two on here, with another task or two on here with you. Play it by myself so I could get us to a point where we were getting ready to finish the game, as it were, with our social thing. Because we're not that far off, really.
How much do we need?
Well, we're about a third of the way there. But we were getting into the swing of things, weren't we? And it was getting easier for us to complete investigations and that because of all the information that we already had. So I didn't think it was going to take me all that long. I'm about the same sort of distance in my personal save.
Well,
so I might just do it on my personal and then we finish it together.
So do you want to do another one tonight or move on?
I think just move on.
Okay.
I mean, it's annoying. I'm annoyed by it, but I think potentially if it's done, I'll see what happens. I'll play this by myself for a little bit over the weekend or something.
Yeah.
And if it's pear shaped, or it seems pear shaped still, then we'll go on to my personal save or something. Or I'll play another game and we'll do my personal save when I get closer to finishing it.
Well, it looks like the new year, or at least the first little bit of the new year, first few weeks, is going to be new game time.
Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure what I'm going to play, but we'll work it out. Like I say, I was going to take a break from this anyway. For a little while, so yes, viewer, that has been somewhat disappointing.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
First the volume fucked up, and now we can't solve crime.
Yeah.
So we're basically the police. We just all pissed around and broke into apartments and got in the way.
Oh, what else were we going to do, eh?
I don't know. Well, we'll always have last week.
Yeah. The pinnacle of our career.
Yeah.
Oh well. On that note, thank you for joining us. Hopefully, you've not been too disappointed by it.
No more than usual, I shouldn't think.
No, I shouldn't think so either. I will save it. Or maybe it's better if I don't save it. Yeah, I don't think I will save it because we've not really done anything. Nothing's really changed. A bit of cash flow, but it might fix the murder. If I just don't pick up a case and wait for the murder to happen.
Okay. I mean, you're the expert.
Well, I'm far from that.
Well,
We'll give it a go. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, thank you, viewer, for joining us for this somewhat disappointing video. Join us next week for whatever we end up doing. Have a good. I hope you had a good Christmas.
Yeah.
Bloody, bloody, blah, bloody, bloody, blah. Say bye, Ben.
Bye. You're not going to say bye?